What is up guys, and welcome to another Red Dead Online video. Today I have got another money method video and we are mixing all three roles together to try and make ourselves as much money as possible within Red Dead Online. Now this does take some time and there are a lot of things to do. Trying to mix all three roles can be a lot of stuff to try and manage all at once, so you need to make sure that you're prepared, and there are a few things that will help you out, but it does mean that you need to have progressed through some of the roles already. If this is sounding like it's already too much for you to go and do, I'll leave a link in the description down below, as well as there will be a card on screen which you can now click, which will take you to an easier money method to do, which doesn't require as much time, and it doesn't require you to go and get all of these different items, and it doesn't require you to do that much preparation. It's one of those things where you can just go in and start making straight away. But anyway, to begin with the collector, you want to make sure that you have progressed to a high enough rank and you're able to go and afford the metal detector and also the shovel. The metal detector will cost you $700 and the shovel will cost you $350, meaning that already you need to have just over $1,000 to go and buy these items. The next thing you want to make sure you are doing is filling up the camp with as many different animal parts as possible. If you have the hunting wagon, it does make things a bit easier because you can donate carcasses to cribs in a much larger amount instead of just doing one with the back of your horse, going to the camp, dropping it off, and then going out hunting again to go and find another carcass. Also, if you go and find perfect carcasses and you have been working with the trader quite a bit and you've ranked up, you will have the efficiency ability, which means you get that little bit extra if you are going to go and donate a perfect carcass in. You also want to make sure that you have a full supply of production tools with cribs, otherwise he will stop halfway through or he won't even start making the goods to go and sell later on. To go and do this, you can either go and do one of the missions, which if you are not ranked 20 I highly recommend doing because you can get a lot of XP for this, or you could go and spend $20. It means that you won't be getting the XP and also you have to wait a bit longer, but it does mean that those suppliers will come in and he will start working on those goods and you will 100% be making that money back. So once you have the camp set up and you have the metal detector and also you have the shovel on your character, then you can actually start doing this. What I normally do is I set my camp up in a location which is close to a bounty board. In this example, I have picked Blackwater. Blackwater is one of my favorite places to go. It's been one of my favorite locations to go off hunting. You can have a great camp location. There's a number of different cougar locations around here, and also it does have Blackwater right around the corner, which means you can go and get a bounty board, as well as there is a shop, a butcher there. It seems like everything that I realistically need is around Blackwater, so that is the location that I've picked, but you can pick any location you want as long as there is a bounty board close. So once your camp is all set up and it's got production going, cribs is making goods, and it's set in a location that you want, you now want to go to the closest bounty board and go and get one of the bounties. It does not really matter which bounty you go and get. Different bounties offer different amounts of money. Pick the one that you want if you are someone that is at a high level and you can see that there is a bounty where you have to go and get 2 or 3 different members of a gang and you have the bounty wagon. Definitely go and do that. If you haven't progressed to the bounty wagon yet and you haven't unlocked that type of bounty is very hard to go and do, so only do it if you are very good at this game or you have a posse with you. But pick a bounty and you are gonna go and do that bounty. As soon as you get into that bounty, you are gonna go and pull out the metal detector, and that will start vibrating your controller, and it will also light up on screen to say that you are close to a collectible. So if you carry on heading towards where that bounty is located and you just follow that with your metal detector out, at some point your controller will start vibrating to say a collectible is near. If that happens, you are gonna jump off your horse, go and find that collectible, and you're gonna go and dig it up and then store that in your satchel. The good thing about collectibles is that you can actually hold a lot of them. We are talking about hundreds and hundreds of collectibles within your satchel. You can hold up to 10 of each item, and the chances of you getting 10 of just one specific item is actually very low, just because there are so many items to go and collect. On top of going to stop to go and get all these different collectibles, you can also go and kill every single animal on your way to this bounty location. With this, you can't really store a carcass on the back of the horse because you want to save that spot for when you go and find the bounty and you go and store him on the back of the horse, which you then have to go and take back to the sheriff's office. But what you can do is stop, go and kill every single animal that you come across, go and skin it, and you can go and put the hides on the back of the horse and store animal parts within your satchel. Once you get to the location where you must go and get the bounty, that is when you go and kill everyone around that bounty. You go and lasso the bounty that you need to go and get, and then whilst they are laying on the floor, that is when you have to go and bring your fist out, hold the trigger button, and all you have to do is press B or circle depending on the console. This means that you will be kicking your character, and yes, I say this every time, it is 100% brutal to go and do this, and you do kind of feel bad when when playing this and doing this in the game. But what this will do is actually knock them out. The amount of times you have to do this actually varies, but eventually it will pop up on your screen to say that you have knocked out the bounty, and you should also get some XP for this for being merciless. This makes it a lot easier if you go and stow them on the back of your horse, because now they cannot escape. If you have the reinforced lasso, it is a bit harder for these NPCs to escape, but at some point they will escape, which means you just have to take the time to then go and lasso them up again and then go and stow them on the back of the horse. It doesn't take too much time, but it's just irritating to have it happen over and over again. With them being knocked out on the back of your horse and you still having time to go and deliver this bounty, you might as well take this time to go off and do a bit of hunting, or go and pull out the metal detector to see if you can find any more collectibles. Wait until that timer goes down until like the last minute or two, and that is when you go and hand that bounty in to go and get the maximum amount of money, gold, and also XP. Depending on what type of bounty that you got and what type of level you are within the bounty, depends on how much money, gold, and XP you would get for going to deliver this bounty alive. And yes, even though you did knock them out earlier by brutally kicking them in the face, it does still count as them being alive. So with this, you'll be getting money from the bounty hunter by bringing in that bounty alive. You then will also be getting money from Madame Nazar once you go and sell those collectibles that you managed to go and find on your journey, as well as any types of animal parts that you managed to go and get. You can then go and donate to cribs or go and sell to the butcher. On top of that, you then need to go to your camp and go and do a delivery with all the goods that you managed to go and get from cribs. The type of delivery you do, whether it be a long distance or a short distance delivery, is entirely up to you. Personally, I would pick a short distance delivery if you are doing it by yourself. If you're in a posse, go and do a long distance delivery. And with all of this, you can carry on repeating it. Eventually, you will run out of bounties within Blackwater, but that just means you have to change the location of your camp just so everything is close by. Unfortunately, Madame Nazar will stay in one location for that day and change location the next day, but if you can get one location where you have Madame Nazar close by, where you have a bounty board close by, and also you can go and put your camp in that location, that will be good for a couple of bounties and will save you a lot of time. But anyway guys, that is the way that you can go and mix all three roles of the bounty hunter, the trader, and the collector and still get money from it. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, but for now, I'm going, so see ya.